Imagine playing a game where every mission is different, with new maps each time you play, unique characters and dialogues, where every NPC has their own personality, and where the world reacts to your decisions in real time. A virtual world where every shadow responds to light like in the physical world, where every character thinks, acts, and feels like a human being, and where you can literally feel the wind, the weight of a weapon, or the impact of an explosion through your controller. Get ready to discover how the video games of the future will be much more than mere entertainment. Imagine what's coming. The future of gaming isn't just promising, it's revolutionary. And in this video, I'll show you what's ahead, and why traditional consoles might be nearing their end. In recent years, the gaming industry has been undergoing a silent, yet overwhelming, revolution. The technological evolution in games has been mind-blowing. From the stunning graphical leap we're seeing with GTA 6 to massive advancements in artificial intelligence, sensory immersion, and personalized experiences, everything points to the new GTA bringing cinematic quality visuals, advanced motion-captured facial animations, and an insanely detailed open world, thanks to the massive use of ray tracing, a technology that simulates how light and reflections behave in the real world. The result: natural lighting, dynamic shadows, and perfect reflections. It's immersion taken to the extreme. In just 10 years, video games have evolved more than in the entire previous century. From pixelated graphics to hyper-realistic worlds, we're now entering a new era, where artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and even neural interfaces are starting to redefine what it means to play a video game. And in this video, we're diving deep into the technologies that are already transforming everything behind the scenes. And soon, they'll change the way you play forever. Get ready to explore surreal graphics, AI-generated games, persistent worlds, augmented reality, and the possible end of consoles as we know them. And yes, even Minecraft could become something you'd never imagine. Tech giants are betting on the cloud and metaverses instead of physical consoles. Artificial intelligence is transforming how we play, with hyper-realistic graphics breaking the barrier between virtual and real, and games that fully adapt to you, where the story, environments, and even level design are created in real time by AI, based on your actions and preferences. That's the promise of AI-generated games. Although we're still in the early stages, the potential is massive. The first major shift comes from the brain behind the games, AI. In the past, game AI was predictable. Enemies followed patterns, NPCs repeated lines, and complex decisions were limited to pre-programmed choices. Now that's changing fast. With generative AI and machine learning, games are becoming true living ecosystems. A side character can now remember past interactions, adapt their reactions, and even generate unique dialogue in real time. Instead of simply playing, the player now lives inside a dynamic universe, where every action triggers unpredictable consequences, making each experience unique. But visuals are also reaching another level. The arrival of hyper-realistic graphics is redefining what we understand as visual quality. Games using Unreal Engine 5 shocked the world with environments that look like movie scenes, not just for their graphics, but for how the world reacted to the player. Cars, people, weather, all influenced in real time. It was a clear message. The future is here. With technologies like ray tracing, 3D scan textures from the real world, and physics-based lighting, games are reaching a level of realism that was unimaginable just a few years ago. And it's not just about aesthetic fidelity, it's about sensory immersion. Imagine playing a survival game where every ray of sunlight through the forest affects your movement strategy, where even dust in the air interferes with your visibility. Meanwhile, cloud gaming is gaining momentum. All you need is a good internet connection and a screen. It's like moving from DVDs to streaming. Instant access, no physical media, no installation, no waiting. But it doesn't stop there. The future points toward even more integrated experiences. With advancements in augmented reality, virtual reality, and spatial computing, games are evolving from simple entertainment into full sensory experiences. Meta, Apple, Google. All of these giants are racing toward a new frontier, the interactive metaverse. And in this new scenario, you don't just hold a controller. You move inside the game, you feel the environment, you interact with AI-controlled avatars. You literally live that universe. If we look at the graphical leap of recent years, it's impossible to ignore the near-cinematic transformation of games. And nothing represents that evolution better than the highly anticipated GTA 6. Rockstar is promising an almost photorealistic level of detail, with ray-traced lighting systems, dynamic environments, NPCs with unique routines, and an urban density never seen before. Imagine walking through a city where every window reflects the sunset in real time, where sidewalks tell stories on their own, and every face in the crowd seems to have a soul. Ray tracing, for those who don't know, is a technology that simulates the real behavior of light. It calculates the path of light rays in the environment, creating soft shadows, realistic reflections on surfaces like glass and metal, and a much more immersive atmosphere. It's the kind of detail you might not consciously notice, but it completely changes the feeling of presence within the game. And the most incredible part? This tech, once exclusive to high-end PCs, is now becoming standard in the latest consoles and GPUs. But it's not just the light that's evolving. The way games are processed is being radically transformed by artificial intelligence, like deep learning supersampling or DLSS. This NVIDIA technology uses AI to rebuild high-resolution images without putting too much strain on the GPU. The result? Ultra-detailed graphics running buttery smooth, even on hardware that, not long ago, wouldn't handle the load. It's like playing in 4K with the power of a much simpler machine. And speaking of power, the new generation of consoles and graphics cards is becoming more and more equipped to handle these cinematic experiences. The PS5 and Xbox Series X, for example, brought ultra-fast SSD storage, better thermal management, and support for technologies like ray tracing, 3D audio, and advanced haptics. Meanwhile, GPUs like NVIDIA's RTX 4000 are opening the doors to increasingly vast, dynamic, and realistic worlds. And that's not even mentioning what's coming with AMD's next chips and the rumors of a Switch 2 with home console performance in the palm of your hand. Amidst all of this, one thing is clear. Video games are transforming into true sensory experiences. It's no longer just about graphics or gameplay, it's about living stories. With the help of game engines like Unreal Engine 5, real actor motion capture, and advances in game physics, characters now show expressions, gestures, and emotions that rival films. One example, The Last of Us Part 2. The developers used facial and body capture with such precision that you feel the emotional weight of every scene. You're not just playing, you're feeling. And the craziest part? This is just the beginning. As graphics get closer to reality, the way we interact with games is evolving too. Virtual reality, VR, is becoming more accessible and refined. Headsets like the Meta Quest 3 and PlayStation VR 2 are delivering experiences where you truly step into the game. With higher resolution, lower latency, and precise motion tracking, the sense of presence is mind-blowing. You look around, and the world surrounds you in full 360 degrees. And when we talk about augmented reality, AR, things get even more interesting. Imagine an evolved version of Pokemon Go, where the creatures are seamlessly integrated into the real environment, thanks to AI and advanced sensors. Instead of just looking through your phone, you directly interact with holograms that respond to your commands, emotions, and even facial expressions. It's the beginning of a fusion between the real and virtual worlds. Now, what if you didn't even need a console to play the most demanding titles on the market? With the rise of cloud gaming, that's already becoming a reality. Companies like NVIDIA, Microsoft, and even Amazon are heavily investing in this new model. Platforms like Xbox Cloud Gaming and GeForce Now are revolutionizing access to games. All you need is a phone, a TV, or a basic laptop with a good internet connection. GeForce Now, Xbox Cloud Gaming, and Luna are just the tip of the iceberg. The idea is simple. You play straight from the cloud, with processing handled by extremely powerful servers that are constantly updated. This removes the need for consoles, and paves the way for anyone, on any device, to enjoy next-gen quality. It democratizes access to AAA games, breaks financial barriers, and makes gaming more inclusive than ever. But it's not just how we play that's changing. Artificial intelligence is breathing life into virtual worlds. NPCs now react realistically, learn from players, and even alter their routines based on your choices. Worlds that evolve, breathe, and adapt. Imagine an RPG where every village has its own unique routine, where a character remembers your actions and reacts based on your history. And more. With generative AI, new dialogues, stories, and even missions are created in real time, fully tailored to your playstyle. This brings us to open worlds and the metaverse. Games like Fortnite, Roblox, and Minecraft are becoming social platforms where people create, interact, work, and even attend concerts. Imagine a new version of Minecraft with realistic graphics, advanced physics, smart NPCs, and AI-generated environments. A whole world shaped by the player, using voice commands and limitless creativity. That's no longer science fiction. It's a real possibility in the coming years. And the sensory immersion doesn't stop there. With the PS5's DualSense controller, for example, you already feel textures, impacts, and even the tension of a drawn bowstring. Now, imagine haptic gloves that simulate touch, weight, vibration, and even temperature. And beyond that, companies are developing tactile suits that let you feel a gunshot, a hug, or the pressure of water while diving into a digital underwater world. But with all this advancement comes a challenge. Sustainability. All this technology consumes a lot of energy. That's why the industry is investing heavily in more efficient chips, clean energy sources, and green data centers. The future of gaming can't just be visually stunning. It also needs to be responsible. And if you think all of this is already amazing, just imagine when games themselves are generated by artificial intelligence in real time. We're talking about worlds where the story is created on the fly, based on your emotions, reactions, and choices. Levels that adapt dynamically, unique experiences every time you play. The player becomes the screenwriter, the protagonist, and the creator. It's the peak of personalization. All of this leads to one inevitable question. Are we witnessing the end of traditional consoles? With games processed in the cloud, controllers evolving to simulate touch, worlds being created by AI, and virtual reality removing the need for a TV, will we still need a physical console under the shelf in the near future? Maybe the future of gaming isn't in a box, but in an experience. Alive, ever-changing, fully integrated into our daily lives. A world where any surface can become a screen, any space can be an arena, and anyone, anywhere, can dive headfirst into universes that once only existed in our imagination. Video games are no longer just entertainment. Today, they are art, they are technology, they are connection. They are tools for storytelling, for learning, for expression. And more than ever, they are windows into possible futures. The game is changing. Now tell me, do you think consoles still have a place in this new world? Or are we truly witnessing their end? The gaming revolution has already begun. And the most incredible part? We're still just getting started. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of gaming, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and share this video with that friend who's also obsessed with tech and games, because what's coming next is going to change everything.